maintenance, pendant like unexpensive proceedings, where in any proceeding under this act it appears to the court that either the wife or the husband, as the case may be, has no independent income sufficient for her or his support and the necessary expenses of the proceeding. It may, on the application of the wife or the husband, order the respondent to pay to the petitioner the expenses of the proceeding and monthly during the proceeding. Such sum as having regard to the petitioner's own income and the income of the respondent. It may seem to the court to be reasonable. A plain reading of the act shows that intention of the legislature is that where in any proceedings it appears to the court that either the wife or the husband, as the case may be, has no independent income sufficient for her or his support and the necessary expenses of the proceeding. It may order the respondent to pay the expenses of the proceedings and monthly during the proceeding. These words make the intention of the legislature quite clear that expenses have to be allowed by the court if the requirement as provided under section 24 of are fulfilled for a period during the pendency of the suit or proceeding. Termination of proceedings cannot be treated to be a part of providing interim maintenance under section 24 of the Act. In this regard, the order of rejection of our interim maintenance has already been passed by the Revisional Court, while the order dated 12/1/2012, passed in Civil Revision number 69 of 2008. It was incumbent upon the learned trial court to have implemented the order of the Revisional Court at the time of withdrawing of the suit, which the learned trial court has failed to do. The object of enacting section 24 of the Act is that an indigent spouse should not suffer during pendency of the proceedings because of his or her poverty. The whole purpose of section would frustrate in case it is dismissed on the ground that after the decision of the main petition, it does not survive para. From a reading of this section, it is evident that the court during the pendency of the proceedings under the Act, namely for restitution of conjugal rights, judicial separation, divorce or nullity of marriage, can grant to a spouse having no sufficient income to maintain himself or herself and to meet the necessary expenses of the proceeding, maintenance, pendant like and litigation expenses. The object of enacting the section is that an indigent spouse should not suffer during the pendency of the proceedings because of his or her poverty.
When a person enters a temporary employment or gets engagement as a contractual or casual worker, and the engagement is not based on a proper selection as recognized by the relevant rules or procedure, he is aware of the consequences of the appointment, being temporary, casual or contractual in nature. Such a person cannot invoke the theory of legitimate expectation for being confirmed in the post when an appointment to the post could be made only by following a proper procedure for selection and, in concerned cases, in consultation with the Public Service Commission. Therefore, the theory of legitimate expectation cannot be successfully advanced by temporary, contractual or casual employees. It cannot also be held that the state has held out any promise while engaging these persons either to continue them where they are or to make them permanent. The state cannot constitutionally make such a promise. It is also obvious that the theory cannot be invoked to seek a positive relief of being made permanent in the post. From a plain reading of the opposite portion of judgment of Uma Devi Supra, it appears that the principle of legitimate expectation may be applied in case some assurance is given to daily wages by the competent authority. In the present case, engagement was done in pursuance to resolution of the Board of Directors Supra, and the board itself, on the basis of the report submitted by various authorities, took a decision to regularize services and referred its decision to the state government for approval. Whether regularization is to be done or not, and the proposed rules or regulations are to be framed or not, is a matter which should be considered by the board and not by the government, keeping in view the provisions contained in section 23 of the Act. More so, when no general guideline or policy decision is in existence, it is for the board to exercise power conferred by section 42 of the Act to frame new regulations to amend the existing one or chart out a scheme for regularization. Facts giving rise to the present writ petition are that on 28/7/95 the petitioner was produced in the orderly room of the 42nd Battalion PAC Naini, Allahabad, before the commandant of the battalion for action in respect of an alleged act of misconduct committed by the petitioner. When the petitioner appeared in the orderly room concerned, the commandant required the petitioner to explain his act of not proceeding for duties with his company when he was deputed for duties at post Rajrupur on 7/6/95 Paras. The petitioner in the orderly room denied the allegations leveled against him, but despite the said denial, the petitioner was awarded the punishment of drill for a period of 10 days. Later, the petitioner submitted before the commandant that he did not accept the said punishment as the said punishment has been illegally imposed upon him. On 28/7/95, by an order passed by the commandant, the petitioner was placed under suspension on the allegations that he had refused to accept the punishment imposed upon in the orderly room during pendency of his suspension order. The petitioner was transferred to 33rd Battalion, Jhansi on 22/11/95. It has been said in para 6 of the petition that since the petitioner was not required to perform any duties while under suspension, there was no question of his transfer. Therefore, the petitioner did not join at 33rd Battalion Still, a charge sheet was issued by the Assistant Commandant 33rd Battalion requiring the petitioner to submit a reply to the charge sheet that he had committed misconduct in not accepting the punishment awarded to him in the orderly room by the Commandant 42nd Battalion. It has been alleged in para 8 of the petition that instead of serving the charge sheet as well as notice on the petitioner, they were served on his brother and service thereof on the petitioner. The inquiry officer proceeded to record the evidence in absence of the petitioner. After examining the witnesses in support of the charges, the inquiry officer recorded his finding to the effect that the charges have been proved and recommended. The punishment of removal of the petitioner from service power. Also, cause notice was issued against the petitioner with regard to proposed punishment, but the said notice was also served on the petitioner's brother and not on him, but treating the said service on the petitioner. The punishment of removal from service has been passed against the petitioner. Submissions were made on behalf of the appellants that there were serious lacunae in the registration of the FIR and its discharge of thereto. The courts below should not have accepted the case of the prosecution. When we peruse the FIR placed before us, in the additional documents we find that while the occurrence had taken place at 3:30 p.m. on 13.06.1979, the same was reported at 16 hours on the same date. The police station is hardly a mile away in the western direction of the place of occurrence. It is also noted in the FIR that after registration it was dispatched from the police station on 14.06.1979 park. The Learned Council appearing for the state brought to our notice that as far as the dispatch is concerned, even as per the column found in the FIR only, the date of dispatch is required to be noted and not the time, as compared to the date and time to be recorded as regards the reporting of the crime. Therefore, due to non-mentioning of the time of dispatch, no fault can be found as regards the registration of the FIR. The trial court has noted that while the prosecution claimed that the occurrence took place at 3:30 p.m., the medical records and evidence of PW2, Dr. P.N. Tandon discloses that PW1 was examined by him on the same day, namely 13.06.1979 at 4:30 p.m. The doctor has noted that the injury was fresh and that it could have occurred within 6 hours duration. The doctor also specifically answered to a question put to him that the injury could have happened at 3:30 p.m. on that day. In the course of cross-examination, when the doctor was asked as to how he was so very definite as to the freshness of the injury, the doctor explained by stating that the freshness of the swelling can be known by the difference in the temperature at the spot of the swelling as compared to the temperature in the rest of the portion of the body. The doctor, who is an independent witness officer, can have no inner reason to depose against the appellant's power. In the said circumstances, there can be no reason without registration of the FIR as contended on behalf of the appellants. The said contention of the appellants also therefore do not merit any consideration. In the meantime, during the proceedings of the case under section 25 of the Act 1890, the court below passed orders dated 4/12/2009 and 17/9/2009 that the respondent wife would not take away the male child Irsad Alam out of the city of Kanpur. Despite the opposite orders, the respondent wife took away the male child Irsad Alam out of the city of Kanpur to Faridabad and thereafter to Delhi, agreed with the disobedience of the order passed by the court below. For the respondent wife, the appellant has been filed a contempt petition before the family court, which is still pending. Thereafter, the appellant has been moved on interim applications within bracket G6 dated 15/6/2009 and G7 dated 28/5/2009 under section 12 of the 1890 Act, seeking interim custody of the male child who had attained the age of 7 years, on which objections were filed by the respondent wife, stating that the said application was not maintainable. The court below, after hearing allowed the application for interim custody, widely order dated 4/12/2010, and directions were issued to hand over the custody of male child in favor of the appellant husband. This order was, however, challenged by the respondent wife before this court in writ C number 6412 of 2011, and this court widely order dated 2/2011 state the effect and operation of the order dated 4/12/2010, and direction was issued to the court below to finalize the proceedings under section 25 of the 1890 Act within a period of 6 weeks. Admittedly, in the present case, the respondent wife was divorced by the appellant husband after consummating marriage for about 10 years. The 2 minor children were born out of the said wedlock till the time of the divorce. They were of tender age at the time of divorce, when the relations between them became strained. The respondent wife lodged a complaint under the Domestic Violence Act, and out of the fear and apprehension, the respondent wife left her matrimonial home along with her male child aged about 6 years. Her apprehension could not said to be totally misplaced. Apprehension and fear are partly matter of perception as well. The respondent wife has brought up the male child throughout showering affection and protecting his welfare. She has looked after him and ensured his education in a reputed school for better education and maintaining him to his utmost. She is a director in a private firm and is earning ₹80,000 per month. The appellant husband, on the other hand, is a businessman, as admitted by him also in his cross-examination, and is facing financial difficulties. He may be having sufficient resources to maintain the child, but that alone does not mean that the welfare of the minor would be better served by granting custody of children to him. The respondent wife is an educated lady with sufficient income to look after the welfare of both her children.
In view of the law noticed above, it is clear where the reference court passes its award after 24/9/1984, the amended provisions of subsection 2 of section 23 and section 28 being already in the statute book ought to be applied to provide benefit to the land loser, even though the collector's award was passed before the introduction of the amendment bill in the House of the People. It is thus held that the claimant respondent was entitled to the benefit of the amended provisions of section 23 within bracket 2 and section 28 of the Act, even though the award of the collector was made much before the introduction of the Land Acquisition Act within bracket Amendment Bill 1982 in the House of the People, and the reference court's award was passed after the commencement of the Act number 68 of 1964. Now the question that arises is whether the court below had the jurisdiction to provide the benefit of the amended provisions in purported exercise of its power under sections 151 and 152 CPC, even though no appeal or review was filed by either side against the award of the reference court dated 15/2/1985. The responsibility. I do not know that for the present state of affairs, teachers and students are to an extent responsible, but I beg to submit that the higher authorities are in no way less responsible for the present state of affairs in our universities. Without mentioning names, we know that proper care is not taken in the appointment of Vice Chancellors. If the system of election has failed, selection by government has proved no better. So far as the crimes of the Vice Chancellors are concerned, in many universities, the directors of education are chosen as Vice Chancellors, and I have reason to believe that their selection is in general resented by the professors of the universities concerned. I do admit that some of the directors of education might be fit even to be in charge of universities, but I do feel that if the government wish that persons in charge of secondary education should also take interest in university education, it is proper to appoint them as university professors before they are appointed as Vice Chancellors of universities. I have in mind a person like Dr. Amarnath Jha, who belonged to the Provincial Education Service. He served as a university professor, had experience of university education, and then when he became the Vice Chancellor of the university, he discharged his duties as Vice Chancellor admirably well. I wish to point out that personal character, wide human sympathy, interest and understanding of university education capacity for leadership, faith in the democratic ideals, reputation for learning, and confidence of the authorities are absolutely necessary. In a good vice chancellor, and proper care should be taken in devising ways and means for selecting proper persons as vice chancellors of universities. I welcome the new pay scales of teachers of the central universities. I do wish to point out that there is a great need for the amalgamation of the grades of lecturers and readers. Sorry. In operating the sentencing system, law should adopt the corrective machinery or deterrence based on factual matrix by depth modulation, sentencing process be stern where it should be, and tempered with mercy where it warrants to be stopped. The facts are given circumstances in each case, the nature of the crime, the manner in which it was planned and committed, the motive for commission of the crime, the conduct of the accused, the nature of weapons used and all other attending circumstances are relevant facts which would enter into the area of consideration part. It is the duty of every court to award proper sentence having regard to the nature of the offence and the manner in which it was executed or committed. The sentencing courts are expected to consider all relevant facts and circumstances bearing on the question of sentence and proceed to impose the sentence commensurate with the gravity of the offence part. In the said case, there was a fracture of bone and the trial court had convicted the appellant therein under section 308 of IPC and sentenced him to undergo rigorous imprisonment for 2 years. The law regulates social interests, arbitrates conflicting claims and demands security of persons and property of the people is an essential function of the state. It could be achieved through instrumentality of criminal law. Undoubtedly, there is a cross-cultural conflict where living law must find answer to the new challenges, and the courts are required to mold the sentencing system to meet the challenges. The contagion of lawlessness would undermine social order and lay it in ruins. Protection of society, stamping out criminal proclivity must be the object of law, which must be achieved by imposing appropriate sentence. Therefore, law, as a cornerstone of the edifice of order, should meet the challenges confronting the society. Friedman, in his law in Changing Society, stated that state of criminal law continues to be as it should be, a decisive reflection of social consciousness of society's stock. Therefore, in operating the sentencing system, law should adopt the corrective machinery or deterrence based on factual matrix by depth modulation, sentencing process be stirred where it should be, and tempered with mercy where it warrants to be stopped. The facts and given circumstances in each case, the nature of the crime, the manner in which it was planned and committed, the motive for commission of the crime, the conduct of the accused, the nature of weapons used and all other attending circumstances are relevant facts which would enter into the area of consideration part. Recently, this quoted Guru Baswa Raj versus State of Karnataka, while discussing the concept of appropriate sentence, has expressed that it is the duty of the court to see that appropriate sentence is imposed regard being hard to the commission of the crime and its impact on the social order. So, the crime of the collective for justice, which includes adequate punishment, cannot be lightly ignored. Just punishment is the collective cry of the society's talk, while the collective cry has to be kept uppermost in the mind, simultaneously. The principle of proportionality between the crime and punishment cannot be totally brushed aside. The principle of just punishment is the bedrock of sentencing in respect of a criminal offence. A punishment should not be disproportionately excessive. The concept of proportionality allows a significant discretion to the judge, but the same has to be guided by certain principles. Maintenance, pendant like unexpensive proceedings, where in any proceeding under this act it appears to the court that either the wife or the husband, as the case may be, has no independent income.